Voila. I should have put on some music, but I want to get right into this. Goodness be. So I wasn't even going to stream today, but this happened, and I'm like, no, this is gonna affect so much of what people perceive and how black culture is. They're gonna discuss what's going on here. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I gotta talk about this to a certain extent. But let's get right into this. I want to go through what was said and analyze who I agree with and why they're right or why they're wrong. Let's do it.
My man, you dig what I'm saying? A lot of y'all know we said he was coming. Anton in the house. Hey man, let me tell you something. I'm so glad you here because people need to see a clash like this. Not a clash within something bad, just people who got something to say, like what you say and what I say. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I do too. Yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Oh, we had a great conversation too. We had time before you got here, so we had a great
I
conversation.
buttered it up. So
I want to show the context before the actual altercation happened so that we know what led up to it. Because a lot of times people online, even the way I even found out about this debate was on TikTok when I was scrolling. I just saw pieces of it and it didn't give any context. So now I want people to see the full context.
You don't need to
That's what's
butter.
up.
I
You
made
don't need
sure
to
that
butter
I
me
made
up.
sure that she felt good about this.
Yeah, you don't need to butter.
We still trying to get Shannon Sharp on here, so Darlene can have something to do after the show. That should be great.
Oh, brother, too old. That man don't want this.
I hate
know.
when-
Your chat,
okay, this is a pet peeve of mine. I hate when people chew right in the mic. I don't want to hear that, dude. I think it's rude when people eat with their mouth open and stuff, but I hate people. I hate. Stop that.
I think they tough.
Who
I
cares?
noticed
They
that.
think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We
You
seen
charging them up.
we seen
Here we
we
go.
seen
Yeah.
worse. You know, I don't pay attention to
Who the-
niggas that don't got no profile picture.
You know what? I always hate
promise to
motherfuckers
God,
talk
bro.
And they scared to step forward.
I don't pay attention. I think them type of niggas jerk off in their socks.
Yeah.
Well, now they've gotten so savvy with.
There's a little bit of truth to that because if you are who you say you are and you stand on what you say, why are you scared to show your face? I agree with that. It's too many people on Twitter who talk a lot of racist stuff or say a lot of dumb stuff or love to talk about the J boys, but they don't show their face. Well, it's easy to do when no one knows who you are.
They can actually put a picture, but you open it up and it's like, oh, no post, no nothing. It's like,
Somebody
oh,
said-
okay.
We don't take that serious.
Exactly. Keyboard cowards is what I call them.
Somebody said,
Can you finish your food, man? For goodness sake.
what Craig had? He on time out. Craig had a show, folks.
That's right.
Craig going out here doing his thing.
Papa Craig.
But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know we ain't gonna be able to get to it all, but
We gonna try.
there's so much to say. I gotta ask you this, just off top.
I'm with it.
How do you feel? Because we ain't gonna do all politics, because that ain't what the show
We
about.
gotta get there though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want you to miss no points.
All right, I'm with it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons?
This is what I don't like. I don't like when people, if you're going to present a question, present it with a non-bias to it as much as possible. He just framed the whole thing as trying to jack other nations of their stuff. Like, come on, man. You already got a slant here going because if you ask the people of Venezuela if they're happy, they're running through the streets and they're dancing and they're doing parades and they saying thank you Trump all day. All I see is compilations of that. Are all those people lying? So to try to frame it like we just coming in there taking their stuff, and here's the reality, and this is my position on this. I wouldn't even want to speak on this, but this is my opinion on this. Who cares if we take the oil when you liberate people? They should pay us something for liberating them. I know that's a controversial thing to say. I don't care. If we and Trump and America liberate people, they should pay a certain price because they couldn't liberate themselves. So I don't care if we capitalize off of that. That's what nations have been doing since the beginning of time. We just liberate people before we do it. Now, some people say, oh, we didn't liberate this, and we didn't do this, and we took advantage of this country, we took advantage of that. When you're the big dog, you can do what the big dog does, right? If you don't got a problem with China and what they did at Tiananmen Square, then don't be talking about, oh, well, America's the only country that does evil. No. First of all, where does your philosophy of evil come from? Second of all, if you're going to criticize what America did and say it's only for oil, then talk to the actual people who are there and see what they think. Anyways.
I
I'm
think
talking
that's
about
the part
this
of the
nation,
game.
the U.S.
That's the part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand. Do you think?
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't
That's
exist way
philosophy.
before we ever came in here. So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like
What does he talk? What is he? You're going to see a lot of this during this debate. He doing this jive turkey talk. I don't know what else to call it, so I'm going to call it jive turkey talk. He be doing this slick talking where it's like, what are you even saying, man? Just come out and say it in plain language to me. I don't know what that means. What did he say? So if you just, let's rewind a little bit just to see what he said.
who are claim jackers. Like I don't.
Claim jackers. What? In some ways, you could claim you a claim jacker. You know, you take a lot of Tommy Sotomayor's points. So come on, man. What does that even mean? Define that.
I don't
Like
I-
what? Give me an example.
Like United States.
No,
Okay.
give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
Like
Come on,
taking
man.
this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
What do you,
Hold on, man. And I know I'm interrupting a lot, but here's the thing. I'm going to let them play out some of it, but some of this is just Democrat indoctrination. Do you realize America is not the first country on the planet? Every single planet on the face of the earth has stolen land, has stolen something, has had some wars, have fought to get something that other people feel like they didn't deserve all throughout history. Name one country that didn't do something controversial, whether it was slavery or stealing or killing or murder or assassinations of other people's leaders. Name one country that did not do that. So here's my problem with y'all, and this is a Democrat talking point. America is evil, and they started a country based on this. Well, here's the reality. You're going to see throughout this debate, he doesn't really know his own history.
yeah, the transatlantic slave trade.
You smart man.
Right. I studied
So-
it. I know all about it.
He said
So
it like
can-
he know
how-
you a smart man, like he knew what it was.
It's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier
He doesn't know how he got here. I'm just putting that out there. He doesn't know.
here. My people were kidnapped. My people were
sold by
robbed.
Africans.
They what?
They were sold by Africans.
Yes.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think they? What?
Do you think he honestly thinks that white people took ships over to Africa and got to Africa a land and places that they did not know and ran around and chased fast Africans and enslaved them by capturing them themselves? No, sir. Tribes have been fighting since the beginning of time, and slavery has been going on since the beginning of time. And when white people went over there, they went over there and traded with the Africans, and the Africans gave other Africans that were previously enslaved to white people. The white people brought them over in ships, and many of them died on the way over here. The fact that you don't know this, sir, is astonishing to me. Yes. And here's another thing that you guys don't know. For all this diversity, equity, and inclusion crap, Native Americans had black slaves. Blacks had black slaves. If you go to Brazil, the Spanish had black slaves. If you go to Middle Eastern still to this day have slaves. So acting as if this is just an American thing, you do not know history and you don't know what you're talking about. The word slave, where did it come from? Educate yourself. It didn't come from black people, that's a hint.
You think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
They just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white
Yes.
people They were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely.
What does
It was
he think
capitalism.
happened?
See, the thing about white people, you think that racism.
Wait, and this is what this is a
inhe-
Negro thing that they do. When they, instead of arguing with you, they just laugh. Okay, but where is he wrong at?
inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us.
It is.
Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Facts.
We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No,
That's
hold
true.
on, let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other.
You want some proof of this? Bloods and Crips, GDs and Vice Lords, 63rd Street and 60th Street. Come on now. Black people don't even get along with other blacks, and they're going to blame that on the white man too? Stop.
And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is
Was slavery in the United States before?
slavery existed thousands
All
of
over
years
the
before we got
world.
here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent.
He said that like he didn't know either. Like, you didn't know that? Did you not read the Bible when the Israelites were enslaved by the Egyptians?
In this world. That's a fact. Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that, then this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
Exactly.
What do you mean when you say what you mean?
What do y'all want?
What
Like,
do you want?
cause y'all complaining about it
Yeah.
over and over again, and I'm trying to understand what is it that y'all looking for. What is gonna help
a
y'all?
whole thing
What
has happened?
Because I'm solutions oriented.
Yes. I
And
say
I'm
the
tired
same
of
thing.
niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
if you
Right,
back in the United
facts.
States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through.
Like-
You've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't
And so-
understand. What are you saying? Like, I'm
Because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All
Exactly. I say this all the time. It's okay to talk about history. It's okay to talk about where you came from, what your ancestors did, what people before you did for you to be in the position that you are in now. That's a good thing to reminisce on. It's a good thing to study. Study history, right? What I don't like that black people do is they went from a working race to a crying race. And all we do is cry. And that's what I have a problem with. You can look at history and you can talk about we built Black Wall Street, and in the 1950s we did this, in the 1930s we did that. What are you doing now other than sitting on the corner in your mama's house on the back porch smoking weed on a couch that they put outside? What are you doing now? Because the fight never stops. Do you understand that? There's never going to be a point where you're at a country where you feel like you just don't have to work and everything's going to be peaceful for the rest of your life. That's called heaven, and you're not there until you die for some of us. So stop complaining and get off your butt and do something about the situation you don't like. Stop talking about slavery if you ain't going to do anything to make society better now.
of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes. Definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
But do you
That's a
understand?
fact.
That's a fact. And people hate that fact. They always say, well, people are killed by people that they look like all the time. White people are killed more by white people, and Spanish people are killed more by Spanish people, and black people killed more by black people. Here's the facts, though. We make up 13% of the population and commit 70% of the violent crimes. Uh-oh. No way around that. So I'm not downplaying when you point out something that we have a fault in. It's a masculine thing to do, to acknowledge that fault, to assess it, and do better. Stop making excuses of the past, because here's the reality. Nobody cares about you but you. So if you look at life and you always making an excuse and you saying white people need to pay for what's going to make them pay? If they run in a world like y'all claim they is, and they got so much power and so much intelligence, what's going to make them bow down to you? You burning down the city again? Or is it actually when you show yourself to have some intelligence, you unite, you build your own business, and you become a power within yourself? Stop spending $1 billion, $3 billion. I forgot much money. Stop spending billions of dollars on weave every year and put that money into building your own businesses and making your culture and community better.
You understand that it's made like that on purpose. The position,
it's the system.
the
The system
position
against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in,
Who was my people?
black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first.
Oh,
I
snap.
claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think
Nope. And I've said this before. I'm a Christian before I am anything. Before the color of my skin is acknowledged, I have to acknowledge that Jesus Christ died to save me. I am a Christian. The Bible says if you are of Christ, you are a slave to Christ. It says that in an offensive way on purpose. The reason why is because you have to humble yourself before the King of Kings and acknowledge. If you're going to be on God's side, you have to obey him no matter what. You are a Christian before you're black. I'm tired of these Christians putting all these signifiers before what's more important. If you're a Christian and you serve Jesus as master, that comes before your skin color. So I'm glad he said that.
wrong with
Black
that.
is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Okay, well,
that's why
brown.
you start
Brown
believing it.
then.
No.
Maybe
We
I'm
not
brown.
brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You're not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other
That's absolutely true. And in fact is, guess what? Black people are not a monolith and we're not all one. If you talk to Jamaican people, if you talk to people from Nigeria, if you talk to people from the Solomon Islands, if you talk to Ethiopians, if you talk to the people stealing money in Minnesota, you will see every culture is different. We're not just one group of black people. It actually diminishes you as a culture to act that way because when you talk to a Nigerian and an Ethiopian, you'll see their cultures are drastically different. Africa is a continent. It's not a country like people act like it is. We have a vast group of people. Haitians and Jamaicans are different. You know, the people from the Congo are different from people from South Africa. People from South Africa are different than people from Ghana. All these different things that you should know when you study things. Here's another thing, and I'll point this out because somebody asked, I seen that somebody asked, what's the importance of where the word slave came from? Here, well, let's look at that before we go any further. The English word slave originates from the ethnic name of the Slavs, the Slavic people of Eastern and Central Europe, due to a large-scale enslavement of the Slavic population through the early Middle Ages. That's important. And you know why it's important? Because black people think we originated everything. Guess what? Do you think the people in Central Europe were black? No, they were white, and that's where the word came from.